r/IDontWorkHereLady, episode 39. Petition to stop using casts of characters and stupid abbreviations please. Can we just please write stories with actual names or descriptive words instead of having to struggle through a cast of characters with names like a jumbled alphabet please? So many stories that I can't actually read at all. Am I the only one? If Friendly Cowwalker is too long to write multiple times, what about John or Peter or Yoda or Lord Awesome Britches instead of FC, or whatever? Contractor lost a deal because he doesn't believe that IDWH. I apologize for the formatting, I'm on mobile. I've re-edited it to make it less difficult to read. This happened a long time ago, and my dad likes to bring it up as a teaching tool on why you should always be polite, no matter how the other person is dressed. Anyways, my dad, also CEO of construction company, D, or Dad Idiot Contractor, Ike, I think I'll christen him Chad Receptionist, R, Kim Regular Office Worker, W, or Walt and Emmy equals maligned spawn. Setting, my dad's company's reception area. Little background, I had an internship that was near my dad's office, but growing up, I never stopped by my dad's office, ever, so his colleagues knows that he has kids, but doesn't know how I look like. So here goes. My internship ended way earlier than expected, and I called my dad and see if he would like to grab lunch with me before I head home. He said yes, but let me know that he's in a meeting and might take a while. I was fine, said I'll wait in the lobby till he's done. Cue me stepping into the reception area and telling the receptionist that I'm here waiting on someone. Receptionist, okay, do you want me to call whoever you're waiting on so they know you're here? Me, no thank you, he already knows I'm waiting. So I settle down on one of the nice couches and pull out a folder from my internship and read. I then spy the nice coffee maker and decided to make myself some coffee. Then in comes Chat, basically storming into the place like he owns it. Chat, Kim, hey I'm here, call Walt and let him know. I need to go over some stuff with him before presentation. I was polite and got on the phone quickly to call Walt I presume, and you. Make me a coffee. I take it black. Since I was a dumbass and again IDWH I didn't realize he was speaking to me. Chat, you, miss, I look up, yes you. Make me a cup of coffee, black. Me, no thank you. I'm just waiting on someone. I have no idea why he thinks I work there as I'm dressed way too casually to be working there at all. All the ladies wear business suits and I'm there in jeans and a casual top. Chat, what do you mean backquote no? Do you know who I am? I have a contract with this company. I will tell your boss you were rude and you won't have a job at all. The poor receptionist looked horrified and tried to defuse the situation. Kim, Chad I just called Walt and he's on his way down. Why don't you take a seat? Chat, I don't believe this. Is she, gesture at me, here for an interview? She's not going to get the job now. That's the problem with people just starting out, no respect. Rant and some slurs here and there. I just ignored him and sat back down sipping my coffee. Just then Walt shows up, hearing the tirade. Walt, what's going on? Chat, this girl, gestures to me sipping coffee again, is rude and disrespectful. I told her to make me a coffee and she refuses. Kim, Walt, she said. Walt waves Kim off. I'll take care of this, don't worry about it. Now miss, looks at me while I stare at him with my eyebrows raised slightly. I probably looked like a bitch cause I was getting annoyed as hell. Chad here is a very important person at this company. Are you here for an interview? Go get him the coffee and I'll talk 2 hours about this okay? Me, I don't work here, nor do I want to. I'm waiting for someone. Walt, at Kim, who she's waiting for. Chat, before Kim could answer, probably her boyfriend. Laughs. Probably one of the new guys. Poor dude. Laughs harder. Walt, now miss, you're making things difficult for your backquote friend. He said it in a condescending tone when you're rude to his bosses at work. Your boyfriend could be fired for this. At this point, my eyebrows just rose higher and higher. Thankfully my dad walked into the lobby with a colleague of his that I've known since I was a kid. Uncle M. Kim, boss, loudly, going to lunch now? Dad, yes, sees me getting berated by two guys. What happened? Walt, nothing boss, just some new guys GF who's rude to Chad. I'll talk to him and get it sorted, and Chad and I will have the presentation ready after lunch. Dad, confused face, boyfriend. Me, daddy, he, referring to Chad, got angry when I said I'm not making him coffee because I don't work here. He kept going on and Walt here thinks I'm somebody's GF and said he's going to get him fired because I don't want to make coffee. Yeah, I know. I do the whole dad is spoiled girl thing when I'm mad, and frankly I'm really pissed at those idiots' condescending attitude. Both Chad and Walt's faces went ghost white when they realize I'm waiting for their CEO who happens to be my dad. Uncle M to Kim, is that true? I heard some shouting. Kim nods her head. Uncle M, me, are you here for lunch with your dad? I nod my head. Okay, why don't you both go and I'll take care of this. Walt, Chad, my office now. My dad and I left, and I had to spend the whole lunch explaining what had happened. My dad didn't say much, but I can tell he's not happy. He told me not to worry, and he'll get to the bottom of it, his way of saying he'll light a fire under both Chad and Walt's asses. Later that night, when my dad got home, my mom got the whole story and told me. While my dad and I was out at lunch, Uncle M got the whole story from the receptionist, and Chad's contract was promptly cancelled due to unprofessional behavior, and Walt was basically in the dog house with his immediate supervisor who reports to my dad and Uncle M. From what I understand, he quit the company about 6 months later and had to go into a different field. Sorry for the long post, but basically two idiots decided to be rude to some girl they thought was dating one of the new guys at the office, except that she turns out to be their CEO's kid. Foundation executive calls over the weekend and then gets mad at me. So for a bit of a background, after my initial job training I worked as an in-house IT support for a large political foundation based in Germany with offices all around the world. My job was supporting our colleagues around the world, as we were at that point centralizing the IT infrastructure, and thus the support, to save money on local IT people. Seeing as time zones are a thing, and at that point in time I was the only one working in that particular position, I of course could not be in the office all the time my global colleagues were working. Because of that, I voluntarily forwarded our office phone to my private mobile whenever I knew the local IT person would be in the respective office, just in case there were questions. It didn't happen all that often, so I had no problem with it. The internal number for the support in our main German office and the one for the global offices differ by only one digit. That is probably why I was called that day. That said, I technically did work at the foundation. When the call came in, I was just not the corrected guy to talk to for the issue. After way too much background, onto the story. Our US office had an on-site appointment with their IT guy on a Friday afternoon. Due to 5 hours time difference, I would be out of office by that time, so I tell my colleagues overseas that I'll forward my phone in case I was needed. I wasn't, but seeing that it was the weekend, I had no chance of cancelling the call forwarding. That Sunday, my phone rings and I recognize the number as our support phone. Thinking maybe something else came up, and people were for some reason over in the US office, I answer the phone. Me, foundation name, this is Op speaking. Exec, hi Op, I'm having trouble receiving emails on my phone. Could you check if there is something wrong with the system? Me, I'm sorry, you must have gotten the wrong number, this is not our in-house IT support. And even then, none of them would be in the office to check the system on a Sunday at noon. Exec, what do you mean? I called the number for its support and you answered a phone. Me, you have gotten the wrong number. The correct one is / correct number, 1 digit off. Exec asterisk, getting annoyed, asterisk, and what are you doing for our foundation then? Me asterisk, confused, asterisk, I'm working its support for our offices abroad. Exec asterisk, now slightly angry, asterisk, and why did you answer the phone, then? Me, well, I had it forwarded to my mobile, because of a possible phone call on Friday from the US office. And since you called the number for our global support, I thought they might have an issue. Exec, so you're not going to help me, or what? Me, even if I worked for the local support, I don't have any access to our system right now. I'm at home about to have lunch, not in the office. Exec asterisk, practically huffing through the phone, asterisk, well, why didn't you just say so, asterisk backslash asterisk hangsup backslash asterisk even now, years later, I still don't know why she thought that she would reach anyone for support in our office on a Sunday and being told she had the wrong number didn't account for me not being able to help for. I know, not the funniest IDWHL story, but it just popped up in my memory today, and I had to share it. If you don't get your manager, I clap will clap get clap him clap myself you moron. This is the most stressful Karen I had ever face, no offense to the robot Karen in SpongeBob. Remember her, okay, let me dial it back a bit. I went to IKEA, just to buy some furniture and shelves for my room. My local IKEA wears blue polo shirts, beige/khaki pants, sneakers/leather shoes and wears a name tag with the IKEA logo. I however was wearing a maroon shirt with a jacket wrapped around my waist, black jeans, and tennis shoes. As I was checking for furniture, my mom wanted to find something else in the other aisles leaving me to find my perfect furniture. Then I felt the nails of a tiger burrow in my skin, and I was turned around to see a woman in her late 50s, to much makeup, wearing big sunglasses indoors, blonde, cheap jewelry and high heels Karen, finally. A staff member I'm trying to get someone to help me, UHH. Ma'am I'm not a staff Karen, of course. Your staff you're even dressed as them, you're just lazy to do your job me, ma'am I just Karen, I'm looking for this, a Swedish word she can't read or say properly, can you help me look for it? Me, look miss I don't work here. I'm not even dressed like the employees. Employees wear blue polo shirt with a name tag and IKEA logo Karen wanted to say something else, but she looked at me up and down Karen, get me your manager me, ma'am are you okay Karen, if you don't get your manager. I clap will clap get clap him clap myself you moron me, thinking, well no more Mr. Nice Guy, shouting, listen lady I know you don't like to lose, but you are making my blood boil, how do you think that I'm a staff member now look what happened everyone watching Karen just got red in the face from people watching then something stupid happened Karen, look everyone, this employee won't help me then he assaulted me calling me a moron everyone just gave her the side eye whispering about her loudly. She knows she lost, so she just speed walked away I then went back to my mom, and I got my furniture and a good story edit, sorry for the misspelling, wrong grammar and such. I'm on mobile and English is my first language, but I was writing this in the dead of the night, just to give a good story, to tell to you guys, I don't know maybe the next aisle? So I work at a store, that at the time, wore khakis and a blue polo. Went to a store after work to buy some groceries, their uniform was a blue vest over regular clothes and jeans. I get the confusion, it happens valid to me. I was shopping, and had a cart, list, and a giant smoothie in my hand and a jean jacket on. My cart was loaded with items, and I was comparing 2 brands of mascara on my phone, while sipping my smoothie and I feel someone slip uncomfortably close to me. I look up, and is this older guy who clearly doesn't know of personal bubbles. He's leaning against my cart, and says having fun. Yup. He furrowed his bushy brows a bit and continues, working hard, huh. MHM. He frowns but continues, so can I ask you a question? Depends on what it is. What do you mean by okay? Can you tell me where the diaper wipes are? I kinda gestured to the logo of where I worked on my shirt and said I don't know, maybe the next aisle? Oh. You don't work here? Maybe you should take that shirt off before coming in this store, and he wandered off. Wild. I do work here, but not right now. Your favorite game store key holder is back again with some dumb bullshit. Also mobile warning blah blah blah. Me equals best key holder, Karen equals rude lady. So, I'm a key holder at a pretty well known gaming store, and to start this off, this store has a policy that, if you aren't clocked in, you can't do any work, or you could get written up or fired. You can't go to the back, you can't get behind the counter, etc. I'm usually at the store 5 to 6 days a week, so most of the customers know me pretty well. On a day that I was off, I went up there to return a game I had bought but didn't work. My ASL, assistant store leader, was the only one working, and when I walked in she told me she had to use the bathroom really badly, and if I could just make sure customers knew she'd be right back while I looked at the games I wanted to buy. I figured that was okay, because I had a regular that I trusted do that for me before. I was just hanging out looking at games/anime collectibles for maybe 30 seconds when in walked Karen. She walked up to the counter and immediately started huffing and looking around. I said, "Hey, sorry, the manager will be right back." She had to, and like most Karens she cut me off. "Karen, well, you work here, why can't you help me?" With the most condescending tone. Me with the dead customer service stare. "Oh haha, I'm actually off today, so I can't help you unfortunately due to company policy. I was just letting my manager get a quick bathroom break. She'll be right back, I promise." I think at this point her eye actually started to twitch. "Karen, I'm looking for a game for my son. Can you tell me if you have it?" Me, I can guess, but I can't tell you for sure. When my manager gets back she can check inventory for you. I was getting kind of nervous at this point. You know when someone's about to start yelling, and you just can tell? That was this moment. At this point my manager came out. "Let's call her RR. Thank you, Parker 17. I'm so sorry to you, ma'am. How can I help you?" "Karen, I'm very frustrated with your employee. She couldn't help me, flat out refused to help me. I want something done now." She was nearly yelling. I sighed and looked at her and just shrugged and walked back to the Xbox section to grab the game I wanted. She proceeded to follow me, I guess because my inability to do what she wanted ruined her whole entire day. She asked me my name and I gave it to her with a smile. She threatened to complain to corporate, and I told her to go right ahead because I wasn't breaking any policies, so I wasn't getting in trouble. I eventually told her she needed to calm down, and she explained everything I had already said. That I wasn't allowed behind the counter or to look at the computers for inventory. Karen just huffed and did what she needed and left. What happened afterwards was me and her talking crap about what just happened for a while. Don't be the person retail workers talk crap about, because we will absolutely remember you and we will laugh. "No, ma'am, I can't help you. I've got a quick one. Nothing too dramatic. It happened to me just yesterday on October 30th. I ordered over $102 flashlights with my company's logo on the side to give to several apartment building managers. These managers would each be giving them out to their residents' kids for trick or treating. Well, I had one more community that needed about 50, and I only had 30 left. I ran into the Five Below to buy the difference. Five Below is a store in the United States where you can buy junk for $5 or less. Flashlights, phone chargers, balloons, t-shirts. I approach a lady wearing jeans and a light blue t-shirt that has a giant Five Below logo on it. It is imprinted from shoulder to shoulder, armpits to belly button. It's the whole front of the shirt, and the print is shiny. It says Five Below, we do it for the scares, or something equally Halloween themed. She shows me the flashlights. I go over to them, and I kneel down to start gathering up 20 of the most similar in design to the kind I already ordered. Some lady approaches me while standing over me, asks, "Do you work here?" I think about what I have on: black chinos, a light grey button up, and a yellow V-neck sweater. I reply no. I'm short because I'm trying to hurry. She says, "Well, do you know anything about flashlights?" Not terribly rude, but with a weird tone that had me worried that weird people in stores can react badly to interactions like this, and I just wanted to get out of there. I reply, "No, ma'am, I can't help you." and I stand up with my flashlights and beeline for the register, where I am greeted by a friendly cashier, also in jeans and a light blue t-shirt with the biggest Five Below logo imaginable. I look around and notice everybody working there is in the exact same outfit available, and that the lady is still by herself by the flashlights, now on a phone call. Nothing too shocking, I know, but it just happened, and I wanted to share.